I am Arvind Kivolekar. Presently, I am working as a professor in computer science and engineering department of at Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Technological University. It is located in a small village in western India. I am teaching software engineering courses at my university. I was teaching software engineering courses, and somehow I found that my students were losing interest in my subject. And that's why I decided to add some technological flavor to my teaching. I was not that much aware of software Salesforce at that time. So, to improve my course content, I came across to the Salesforce because Salesforce has clearly defined professional software engineering professional roles like administrator, app builder, platform developer, architect, data architect. So they are in consultant. So those roles I found very attractive. It has clearly defined roles, responsibility. So and another reason is that there are some of the students in my class who not enjoy like coding. So Salesforce is a it encourages no coder and click oriented software development. So that was my basic two reason why I came associated with Salesforce, and that journey of my relationship with Salesforce started with that. So when I started Salesforce, my goal was just how I can integrate Salesforce in my day-to-day teaching and how my students get job out of my teaching. That was another my goal. So with these two goals in my mind, I started a relationship with Salesforce. I cracked three examination: administrator, platform app builder, and platform developer one. Yes, surely, because certification helps you to get new jobs. Though switching jobs is not in my mind at that time, I wanted to help my students. So I started thinking to start some consulting business, and I started exploring the idea of becoming a Salesforce consulting partner. Certification is one of the most important thing to get Salesforce consulting partner. When I came across with the Salesforce, really speaking, I overwhelmed with lot of technologies that are allied with Salesforce, like Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, then Slack, MuleSoft. So I was greatly overwhelmed. Focus and Force and Trailhead both came to rescue me to prepare for examination and get a real life scenario. See, Trailhead prepares you for hands-on experience, and it gives you concepts very in loose manner. So it is the focus on force which combined, related those concepts together with each other. Well, another thing that I found about focus on course material particularly, they use infographic very nice way. It helped me visualize and keep in my memory all those concepts related together. The second thing that I like very much because it has planning tool because we as a professional we need to plan for our goals, and it has a very wonderful planning goal. So that was another thing that I liked. It kept me motivated as well as focused when I was preparing for platform app builder. UI development was one of the most important topics. My focus was on data modeling part and doing related exercises, practicing as much as on focus on force. So that was my routine way I prepare for any exam. It is also applicable to the platform app builder also. Typically, I goes to university in the morning 10:30. I had one lecture at our afternoon at 2:30 to 3:30. A few students come to me because I introduce many career concepts in my university, like competitive programming. It has well taken by the students, and we found many students got job out of that. And this year, I have also started introducing Salesforce as one of the technology in my course. Few students joined. We have one Salesforce virtual internship program in India. Their aim is to get a good, decent job, which is more having 10 lakhs per annum package, we call it. I was not aware about focus on course when I was preparing for Salesforce administrator examination. So I used it for two examinations for both platform app builder and platform developer one. They say it is a fun way of learning, and it is really that communication, particularly in software engineering, it helps you to clearly convey your thoughts and ideas, your design to the different stakeholders and team members. So and that's why communication skill is very much important. Passing examination is a different thing than getting hands-on experience. Focus on course comes very handy to you when you prepare for the examination. Whenever I consistently get 75% above marks in the focus on course practice examination, so I go for registering the web assessor examination. If they follow this path, they will get success. Commit yourself a certain deadline to pass each and every examination.